Let's talk about something that can make or break your golf experience faster than a shank into the water: communication and social skills on the golf course. Golf is unique among sports because it's simultaneously intensely individual and deeply social. You're playing your own ball, fighting your own battles with the course, but you're doing it in the company of others for 4 hours or more. How you communicate, how you interact, and how you handle the social dynamics of golf says everything about who you are as a person. And in business golf especially, people are watching and listening to everything you say and do, forming opinions about your character, your judgment, and whether they want to do business with you. Here's the fundamental rule of golf communication: know when to talk and when to be quiet. Golf requires concentration, but it's also a social game. The trick is to understanding the rhythm and reading the room. Let's start with when to talk, because golf is supposed to be enjoyable and social. Between shots, conversation is not just acceptable, it's expected. This is when you get to know your playing partners, discuss business if appropriate, share stories, and enjoy each other's company. The walk or ride between shots is perfect for conversation. You're not interfering with anyone's concentration, and it helps pass the time. On the tee, while people are getting ready to hit, but before they start their pre-shot routine, light conversation is fine. Beautiful day for golf, or how's the family? Did you see the game last night? These are all kinds of exchanges that help build rapport and keep the atmosphere pleasant. After someone hits a good shot, definitely acknowledge it. Nice shot, great drive, hey, well struck. Simple, genuine compliments go a long way towards creating a positive atmosphere. People appreciate recognition for good shots, and giving compliments shows that you're paying attention and that you care about others' success. But here's the crucial part: you need to know when to stop talking and when conversation becomes inappropriate. The moment someone starts their pre-shot routine, when they're visualizing their shot, taking practice swings, or addressing the ball, all conversation stops. Complete silence. This isn't just politeness, it's essential for concentration and success. This means you need to pay attention to what's happening around you. If you're in the middle of telling the story about your weekend and someone starts lining up for the shot, you stop talking immediately. "I'll finish the story in a minute," you can say, and then finish the story after they hit. Here's something that drives experienced golfers crazy: people who don't read these social cues. The person who keeps talking while someone's trying to putt, the person who's on their phone during someone's backswing, the person who's oblivious to the fact that they're being disruptive. Develop awareness of the rhythm of golf. Learn to recognize when someone's entering their concentration zone and respect that space. Now, let's talk about appropriate golf conversation, because not all topics are created equal on the golf course. Weather, sports, travel, food, family, these are all safe topics that work well on the golf course. They're light, engaging, and don't create controversy or discomfort. In business golf, you can certainly discuss work, but be strategic about it. The golf course is often better for relationship building than for detailed business negotiations. Save the heavy business conversations for the 19th hole, meaning after the round, perhaps over drinks or dinner. Here's what to avoid in golf conversation: controversial topics like politics, religion, or sensitive social issues. These can create tension and discomfort that ruins the experience for everyone. Even if you think you know where people stand on these issues, the golf course isn't the place for heated debates. Personal problems, complaints about work, or negative gossip about mutual acquaintances are also poor choices for golf conversation. People play golf to relax and enjoy themselves, not to be dragged into drama or negativity. Let's talk about complimenting and encouraging your playing partners, because this is an important social skill in golf. When someone hits a good shot, acknowledge it genuinely, but don't go overboard with false praise. A simple "nice shot" is perfect. "That was the greatest shot I've ever seen in my life." For a routine fairway shot makes you sound insincere. For really exceptional shots, a hole-in-one, a shot that nearly goes in from a long distance, an amazing recovery shot, more enthusiastic praise is appropriate. These are special moments that deserve recognition. When someone hits a bad shot, this is where your social skills really matter. The general rule is less is more. A simple "happens to all of us," or "you'll get the next one" is usually enough. Sometimes just a sympathetic look or a nod is better than words. What you definitely shouldn't do is offer immediate technical advice unless it's specifically requested. "You lifted your head," or "you came over the top" might be accurate observations, but they're rarely helpful and often unwelcome. Most golfers know when they've hit a bad shot and why. Here's something about encouragement that's really important: be genuine and specific rather than generic. Instead of saying just "good try," you might say, "hey, that was a tough lie. You did well enough to get it back in play." This shows you are paying attention and understand the difficulty of the shot. Now let's talk about handling your own frustration, because how you deal with bad shots in difficult situations speaks volumes about your character. Golf is a frustrating game. Even the best players in the world hit bad shots. miss easy putts, and have holes where everything goes wrong. How you handle these inevitable frustrations is a key part of golf etiquette and social grace. First, keep your emotions in check. It's fine to be disappointed by a bad shot. This shows you care. But dramatic displays of anger, throwing clubs, or extended cursing are inappropriate and make everyone around you uncomfortable. If you need to express frustration, do it briefly and then move on. A quick, "Oh, come on," or "I can't believe I did that again," is understandable, but don't dwell on it. Don't replay the shot verbally multiple times, and don't let one bad shot ruin your entire mood. Here's a pro tip for handling frustration. Use humor when appropriate. Self-deprecating humor can diffuse the tension and show that you have perspective about the game. "Well, at least I'm consistently bad." It might get a laugh and show that you're not taking yourself too seriously. But be careful with humor. Make sure it's genuinely funny and not bitter or sarcastic. And never make jokes at someone else's expense, even if they hit the worst shot you have ever seen. Let's talk about teaching and giving advice, because this is a minefield that many golfers stumble into. The general rule is simple. Don't give unsolicited advice. Even if you're a better player than someone in your group, even if you clearly see what they're doing wrong, even if you're sure your tip would help them, keep it to yourself unless they ask. Why? Because most people don't want swing tips during their round. They want to play their own game, work through their own issues, and not feel like they're taking a lesson while they're trying to enjoy themselves. If someone specifically asks for your opinion or advice, then it's appropriate to help. But even then, keep it simple and positive. Try swinging a little slower is better than a detailed technical explanation of their swing flaws. Here's something that's always appropriate: offering practical help rather than technical advice. "Your ball went over by that big tree," or "I think you might want to hit one more club from there," or "the green slopes pretty severely from back to front." This kind of information is helpful and welcome. Now, let's talk about reading the personality types and social dynamics of your group, because not everyone in the group has the same energy and expectations. Some groups are chatty and social. They want to joke around, tell stories, and treat the round as much about their conversation as the golf. Other groups are more focused and serious. They want to concentrate on their games and keep conversation to a minimum. Pay attention to the cues from your playing partners. If they're quiet and focused, match that energy. If they're relaxed and talkative, feel free to be more social. The key is adapting to the group rather than imposing your preferred styles on others. In business golf especially, let the highest ranking person or the host set the tone. If your boss wants to talk business, engage in that conversation. If they want to keep things light and social, follow their lead. Here's something about group dynamics that's important. Be inclusive in your conversation. Don't have extended side conversations that exclude other members of the group. Make sure everyone feels included and part of the experience. Let's talk about handling awkward situations, because they will arise occasionally in golf. If someone in your group is playing very badly and getting frustrated, be supportive without being patronizing. Acknowledge that golf is difficult, maybe share a story about your own struggles, and try to keep the mood positive. If someone is playing much better or much worse than the rest of the group, don't make a big deal about it either way. Treat everyone with the same respect and consideration regardless of their skill level. If there's tension between other members of your group, maybe they have a business disagreement or personal conflict, don't take sides, don't try to mediate unless specifically asked. Stay neutral and keep focusing on the golf and the positive aspects of the experience. Here's something about competitive banter that requires careful judgment. Light, friendly teasing can be fun and add to the camaraderie of the group, but you need to read the room and know your audience. What might be funny among close friends could be inappropriate with new business contacts. Keep any competitive comments light and self-deprecating rather than directed at others. "I guess I should stick to my day job" is better than "looks like you should stick to yours," even if the other person is struggling with their game. Let's talk about the 19th hole, the time after the round when groups often continue socializing over drinks or food. This is often the most important part of business golf, where real relationships are built and business conversations can happen more naturally. If you're invited to continue socializing after the round, seriously consider accepting it even if you have other plans. This is often where the real value of the golf experience happens. During 19th hole conversations, you can be more relaxed about business topics and more personal in your conversations. The formal part of the day is over. People are more relaxed and it's a great time to deepen relationships. But maintain the same consideration and awareness you showed on the course. Don't dominate conversations, don't get too personal too quickly, and definitely don't overindulge in alcohol even if others are drinking. But here's the bottom line on communication and social skills in golf. The game provides a unique window into people's character and personality. How you handle success and failure, how you treat others, how you communicate under pressure. All of this is being observed and evaluated. Be genuine, be considerate, be aware of others' needs and comfort levels, and remember that golf is ultimately about enjoying time with other people in a beautiful setting. Master the social aspects of golf, and you'll find that the game becomes much more rewarding, both personally and professionally. The golf itself might be individual, but the experience is shared. Make sure you're the kind of person that others want to share the experience with.